somebody who would be like, that's my girl. Right away, she's coming through. It is L. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
And did she just cross within, I wanted to say within 2, but it feels like more recent than that. So like within 1, was it in like the last year? Okay.
Yeah. That's
I
my
knew
middle
that.
name though.
Okay, because I was just hearing Rose, but I feel like there's something more significant to the Rose than just your middle name.
She used to call me my Jenna Rose, my Jenna Rose.
Okay, because I'm hearing it like, no, there's something more profound than just the name. Like there's something more to it, bigger than that.
She almost made it sound like my name was hyphenated, not a first and middle.
Right. Yeah. But she makes me feel like I need to hand you a rose also.
Rose is for her thing, and that's what I want to get tattooed for her.
Shut up. That's what she's like. She's like making me say it to you. Like, there's got to be like, hand her this rose. That's so wild. She also is telling me something with wings, though. I don't feel like you're only getting a rose. Like, there's something with like a wing, or I don't know if you already have a tattoo that has wings, but there's something with like a wing on it.
I do. I have a tattoo with 2 wings for somebody else who crossed over.
Are you one of 2 kids? Do you have a brother?
I do.
Okay, because she's like saying she's got that I have to mention him too. I've got to bring him up too, because she's watching him. Yeah, and you don't have to take notes, girlfriend. I'm recording this. I'm gonna send you the whole thing. I'm ready to think.
My mom was like, write things down.
What's your grandmother's name? I have to know her name now.
Adele. That's where the L.
Oh my God. Okay, I was like, why am I hearing L?
Yep, that's why I was like, wow. When you said that.
I do have like loss of speech, and so she's like, okay, that's what it is. Thank you. I'm like, what is happening? I can't talk. I like can't, and I actually feel kind of like slow moving with it too.
Yeah, no, it messed with her speech and her motor functions.
Just smelled her in the last like 7 days, where you're like, I don't know where you are, and you're like, oh my God, like that smells just like her. So just know that was her sending that to you when you did. Do you remember that? Does that make sense to you?
I have one of her stuffed animals, and I was laying on it, and I kind of got like a whiff of her as I was falling asleep.
And it was like within the last couple of days.
Though, right? Yeah, that was literally like maybe 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah. And she's saying, I like what you did with the, I don't understand this. Like with the, I feel like I have to say the dress, like the dress.
That was probably for my mom's wedding.
Okay. And I like what you did with the dress.
She missed the wedding.
Oh, there it is. So you've got to tell your mom, please. And the picture, there's something funny about like the picture of her too. I don't know if it kept on moving or there was something that happened with her picture, but there's something going on.
We had her picture out of my mom's bouquet, so she was moving around the whole night.
Is there anybody else that you were hoping to hear from, or was it just her today?
There's a couple of people. I've lost a lot of friends and stuff, so I'd be grateful to hear from anybody.
Because I keep hearing like Joe. And it's like a younger male.
Oh my God. That's my friend Arturo just died. Joe's his best friend.
Okay, there you go. I keep hearing Joe.
That was like a year ago.
Okay, perfect. Because I'm like, why am I hearing this? Joe. Okay, so that is his friend. Cool. And he's younger male. What happened with you? Is this a car accident?
Motorcycle.
Okay, because I'm seeing him moving and smash. But it wasn't his fault, because he says it wasn't my fault. Like he's swerving out of the way of something, and then the accident happens. Because he said I had to move. Like I had to move. It was, and he's going like this. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. His funeral, but there's something that he's like speaking of and about him, and it feels like almost correcting what people are saying.
Oh my God.
Right? There's something really negative being said against him. And Joe has his back, and he's like, thank you for standing up for me. Does that make sense?
Oh man, there's a lot of lies around what happened to him, and Joe's clearing up the story.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's saying thank you to him big time. He's like, you have my back. You have my back. That's how he's saying it.
Oh my God, it really happened that way.
Showing me how proud he is. Like, that means so much that people are still talking about him and loving him in a good way, after he passed.
He
And
was
you
the
have to give
best.
that, yeah, you have to give that thank you to that friend too, who's trying to clear it up, because that means literally the world to him. You know, he can't do it for himself. So to have his friend do it is crazy important.
I definitely will tell him.
I love it. And are you a nurse? Like, what is it that you're doing? Because I feel like you're like doing
Going to
something
nursing school.
recently that's like,
I
okay,
just started my prereqs for nursing school.
beautiful. So I just have to acknowledge that for you too. Like, you're making the right choice. Whenever they acknowledge, and I got zapped, so I know that's right. You're doing like your calling. This is really your calling, because you actually really enjoy helping people. So just know you're on the right path. And stop questioning yourself all the time. That's what I'm hearing too. You're like always questioning yourself. Cut it out.
Big time.
Well, beautiful. I hope it helped you, girlfriend. I love and seeing you cry. That's beautiful. That's like the release, that release that you need. I think you're going to find tonight. Usually after you have like a really emotional reading, you sleep like a baby. So
Good.
tonight you're going to just like rest easy.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.